Saki here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to bring you an autumn kind of themed video because I wanted to talk to you all about Stuart Weitzman boots. So I have recently got into this brand. I've always kind of dreamed of having these boots before, but I've never ever taken the plunge, and I actually bought 3 pairs. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not actually going to keep all 3 pairs. I think I'm only going to keep 2 and return 1 because I did just kind of want to compare them and just to see what the differences are and which one that I like. So I wanted to share all 3 boots that I've bought with you and kind of what I like about them and dislike about them to hopefully help you make the best decision if you are also in the market to buy Stuart Weitzman boots. One thing that's also going to be a little bit different about my video is that at the end I'm also going to be showing you a great dupe for these Stuart Weitzman over-the-knee boots if you are interested in buying a pair that is significantly less expensive. And I'm also going to be sharing with you how I actually bought 2 of these pairs of Stuart Weitzman boots for 50% off. So if you're interested in any of those things, please stay tuned and please subscribe to my channel if you are new. I make videos every single week about cute fashion and luxury. So if you're into any of those things, I think you would really like it here. And yeah, let's just get started. So it all started out with this purchase right here. I actually went to the mall here in Denver and they actually have a Stuart Weitzman store, which I was super surprised about. But I went in and tried on a couple of pairs of boots and I had a great time. I actually couldn't decide between 2 pairs of boots. I will actually insert some pictures, and I was actually trying to decide between 2 pairs of boots, the Thailand and the Lowlands. And honestly, I've always wanted a heeled boot, so I was only trying on the Lowlands because I really liked this one color that they have. So many people on Instagram told me that I should buy them just because the color matched me so well, but I ended up not getting them and actually got the other pair instead. I do want to talk a little bit about sizing. I'm not sure if I should just mention it now. I guess I will since we're already talking about it. The Thailands I actually tried on in a 6.5 and they fit pretty well, except for they were a little bit loose around the toe area, but I suspected that I wore really thin socks that day, so I feel like, you know, during the autumn and winter I'm going to be wearing a lot thicker socks. I mean, I was wearing no-show, so these are probably the thinnest of the thin. So anything other than that, I feel like they would be more comfortable, so I did end up going with a 6.5 even though they felt a little bit loose, and that is usually like my go-to size is 6.5, so I just went with my normal size. However, for the Lowlands I did feel like those were really big on me. I think it might be because it's not a heel, so I do recommend sizing a half size down if you are looking at those shoes. Like I said, I didn't purchase them, but that's just what I noticed in store, so I wanted to mention that to you. Alright, so let's talk about the first pair of boots that I bought, and these are the Stuart Weitzman Thailands, Thielands. And yes, they're black. I know it might be shocking to some people, but I actually really love my over-the-knee black pair of boots. I bought a really cheap version last year from Forever 21 and ended up using the crap out of it, so I figured I wanted to invest in something more expensive and that can last me more than just one season. So yes, I just took the plunge and went with the Stuart Weitzman ones. Now, like I said, I did try on a couple of different pairs, but this one was my favorite because it just fit the best, and I honestly feel like, I don't know, just the material and everything that it is, it just felt like the one that was going to last me a very long time. And I feel like with this kind of shoe and for the price of this kind of shoe, you really need something that was going to last you a long time. And that was actually one of the other reasons why I decided not to go with the light colored boots, because I just felt like, I don't know, a black boot will last me literally for years and years because you don't have to worry about staining or anything like that. So I do feel like the black boots were the best decision for me. Now, these are over-the-knee boots. They actually go really far up my knee because I am very petite. I'm only 160 centimeters. So if you're taller than me, they might not be as high up on you. But what I love about these boots is that you can totally feel the amazing quality of them just in like the beautiful suede. And also, you know, the thing about over-the-knee boots is that they have to stay up and over your knees the entire time you're wearing them, and I really do feel like these will do it. I walked around the store in them and I never felt them even begin to slip because the leather is just so sturdy. You can also obviously tie the backs of these boots to kind of hug your thigh a little bit. I wouldn't tie them too tight because they get a little bit uncomfortable, but just having them there secured to your leg is just really awesome and comfortable. So they were $798 plus tax, so I overall paid $859 for them. Yes, very, very, very expensive for boots, but like I said, I think that these are going to be an investment, and especially because I got them in the black color, I do think that it's going to last me over time. Another thing that's cool about the Stuart Weitzman store is that whether you buy boots from them like in store or online, you can always take it into the store and they will spray it for you with something that will make them a little bit waterproof and protect them from damage. So I thought that was a really cool thing. So that was the first pair that I want to talk about. Highly, highly recommend these. The next pair of boots that I'm going to be talking to you about are actually the ones that I think I'm not going to keep. So these are called the Stuart Weitzman Hinterland, and they're in the color Satsu. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. That doesn't sound right. But anyway, so I also bought these in a 6.5, and I feel like these are actually a little bit bigger than these. So if I was keeping this for myself, I think I would have sized a half size down, and I also bought my normal size, which is a 6.5 in these. These actually look really, really similar to one another. I honestly, when I opened the box for these, could not believe how similar they were to these other boots, because I actually bought the Hinterlands on Nordstrom Rack for about 50% off, so they were about $400-ish, and at first I was like, okay, I'm gonna return these $800 boots to buy these because they're the exact same thing and they're, you know, $400 less. However, there is a slight difference, and I unfortunately prefer the more expensive boot, but I wanted to compare them for you guys in case you were trying to buy like over the knee boots and you want to go with the cheaper one, because there are only a few differences. So if I compare them, you know, in the front, I know it's really, really hard to see with the black ones, but there is just a piece of leather right here that the black ones also have. It's like literally the exact same design. I also feel like the toe shape is really, really similar. If we compare the heel height, they are pretty much the exact same heel height as well. The only difference that I did notice in the heel is that the heel on the black boots or the Thailands are a little bit wider than the ones on the Hinterlands. So I feel like the Thailands are a little bit more sturdy, but honestly, it's such a minor difference, and you can't tell unless you're doing this and comparing them side by side. Now, the reason why I actually prefer the Thailands over the Hinterlands, even though they were $400 more expensive, is because I feel like the ankle is a little bit thinner. Now, I don't think you can tell right here, but this one just like tapers in at the ankle a little bit more than this one, whereas this one is a little bit wider. So I have really, really small ankles. My calves are huge, but my ankles are really, really small. So I feel like this one hugs my leg a little bit better and it's a little bit more secure, whereas this one just feels kind of like loose and baggy, especially around the ankle area, and I just don't like that at all. I know it's such a minor difference for being such a huge price difference, but honestly, if I'm going to keep these boots for a long time, I just wanted to go with the ones that I felt the most comfortable in, whether they were more expensive or not. So that's kind of my thinking behind that. But honestly, if you're okay with that and maybe even have like bigger ankles than me or whatever, I do feel like these are such a great option, and like I said, for 50% off, it's really a no-brainer. So yeah, I do highly, highly recommend these ones. However, like I said, I'm not keeping them because I actually found a different shoe in pretty much the same color that I do like a little bit better, which is what we're going to talk about next. Alright, on to my next pair of boots. These are actually the Stuart Weitzman Landmark. Sorry, I have the box over there, so I had to check. So these are called the Stuart Weitzman Landmark, and the reason why I like this one a little bit better than the ones that I just showed you is because they've got a pointier toe. So this one, as you can see, has got like a slightly rounded toe, and this one is a little bit more pointy, which kind of reminds me of like maybe cowboy boots or something. So I definitely feel like, I don't know, these are just sexier and sleeker, I guess, in my opinion. So yeah, I just really, really liked these a lot, and I think because these are basically the same color, I'm only going to be keeping these. I mean, I've already worn them outside, so I'm definitely keeping these. So other than the pointy toe, the other thing that I have to say is a little bit different from this shoe versus any of the other shoes is that the heel is a little bit taller, and plus I also got these at Nordstrom Rack, so they were also about 50% off. How much did I pay for these? I can't remember exactly, but it was like 400 something, so either 50% off or slightly under 50%, but it's still a really, really significant discount. And honestly, I can't figure out for the life of me why these were 50% off but these weren't. I don't know too much about Stuart Weitzman, so maybe this is just from a newer collection and this is just from an older collection, but I honestly think that they are just as good, and these do come in black as well, along with the other Hinterland boots. So if you are looking for like a basic black boot, highly recommend these two for half off. You really can't get much better than that. So back again to sizing, I did get this one in a 6.5, and I do feel like it actually fits perfectly, probably because the, you know, foot is a little bit more narrow because of the pointed toe. So I would say for this one to go your exact size. Another thing that I will have to say about this one is that they do fall a little bit while walking, so I did have to tighten them a little bit more than I'm used to, and I'm not sure why. I feel like maybe, is it bigger at the top? I don't know, or maybe the suede is slightly less stiff. I'm not sure about that, but I did wear these outside the other day just to take some photos, and I did feel them slipping a little bit, but I feel like, I don't know, I just need to adjust the top a little bit more and kind of get used to them. But yeah, I'm just so happy with these, and I'm so glad that they were 50% off, because I just can't justify having 2 pairs of these shoes that are full price. Alright, one more thing that I did want to mention before we move on to the dupes that I have found is that I actually wanted to share with you how you take these boots on and off, because when I was trying them on store, I actually didn't realize like how easy it was. Now all of these shoes, as you may have noticed, actually don't have any zippers or anything. You just kind of have to slip your foot inside, but how to make it easier is you actually grab the base of it, and you can see that there's a little stitch right here that forms a line all around the shoe, and you actually just fold it to the stitch and slip your foot in and then pull it up as you put it on. Similarly, when you're taking it off, you just want to fold the top part of the boot and then kind of just slip your foot out. It makes it a whole lot easier, trust me. And yeah, if the sales associate hadn't showed me that, I would have just been struggling, because it is a little bit hard to get these shoes on and off. Hopefully that helped you if you were confused too. Alright, now moving on to the dupes that I have found that I think are really good for the Stuart Weitzman Thailands at least. They've also got a round toe on them, but these shoes were actually only, I think they were like $89. Man, I really should have looked these prices up before I filmed this video, but they were definitely under 100, and these are actually from the brand called Chinese Laundry. Now, I really love Chinese Laundry boots. They're a Los Angeles brand, and I actually have a pair of over-the-knee boots that I got from them last year that I absolutely loved, so I thought I would try it again this year just to see if I could find a dupe for you guys. Now, I'm going to say that these are nowhere near as good in quality because these are fake leather where these are real leather, so there's really no comparison between that. I mean, I don't know if you can tell on camera because these are both black, but you can see that this is suede and this is more of like, I guess, a velvety material. It just feels not similar at all, but I will say that for the price of these, you know, for being $100, I think about $80, it is really good. One thing that I did want to mention about sizing though is that these are a little bit big, so I bought mine in a 6.5, but if I were to repurchase them, I would definitely go 6, just because the shoe part is very wide, and I also feel like, I don't know, just the whole length of it is a little bit loose. But yeah, although I just really love the fact that now I have investment boots, I do understand that if you are looking for something cheaper that has the same look and style, I just highly recommend these. I actually ended up buying these in a totally different color. They haven't come yet, so I can't show you, but I bought them in like a pinky nude color, which I'm really excited for. And like I was saying in the beginning, I do think that for lighter colors, I'm just going to stick with spending very little on them, because I don't think that they will last very long, just because they'll attract dirt and probably mud and everything. Yeah, I just don't feel like wasting $800 on a pair of light color boots that I'm probably gonna ruin instantly. So yeah, that was all for my video. I really hope that you enjoyed this little comparison. I'm just so happy I finally have a pair of these boots, 2 pairs of these boots in my possession, and I can't wait to wear them with all of my autumn and winter outfits. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comment section down below which one was your favorite, and if you have any experience with Stuart Weitzman boots. I would also love to know what you think of them and which ones you have. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I do upload videos every single week. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!